This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Leonardo Di Caprio, great movie, Blood Diamond. If you haven't seen Blood Diamond yet, and after watching this movie, I said to BJ, I am not buying you any more diamonds from Sierra Leone.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, but it is a great movie if you've never seen it before. One man that was in the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio was Edward Zwick. Now, he's brought out a book, his memoir, and there's a story in there about Leonardo.
Okay, who is this actor? Sorry, which character?
Have you seen the film?
Yeah, I have seen that.
It's a great film.
Edward Zwick, could you get him up for Kate,
just so
please?
I know
Tommy,
who Fitz is talking about.
And who's Sierra Leone? You mentioned
Sierra Leone.
Sorry, that's the country.
Okay, sorry, Fitz. We'll stay out of it now.
Jennifer Conolly was in the movie as well. She was a journalist in there, and so Edward Zwick was getting ready for a day of shooting, and he walks into Leonardo DiCaprio's trailer. He writes in the book, I found him in the chair waiting for his turn and noticed that he was paging through a Victoria's Secrets catalogue. I said, what are you doing? And Jennifer Conolly was in the chair beside him. Without even looking, she looked over at me and said, he's shopping.
He's looking for his next girlfriend.
But there's so much truth in that.
Isn't there?
Or he's probably gone, tick, tick. I'm running out of options.
Imagine being able to Google hot women I haven't kissed.
His previous relationships just before that was Giselle.
Yes.
Helena Christensen.
Oh, yes.
And Bar Raffaelli.
Oh, yes.
So he was just, I cannot... You know, as a young man, those catalogues meant everything to you. He's actually looking through those catalogues and shopping for his next girlfriend.
As a grown-up. Maybe his current girlfriend had sent it to him. And he was on set going, hey, darling.
Yeah, is there something I should wear here?
No, this is my work.
Valentine's
it's like
Day.
when you flick the podcast to Lisa.
Yeah.
Or something. Like,
Check
have a look at what I've been doing. That would make sense, whether you're a model or not. You want your...
It's awkward when he has to call the company and say... just quickly, what's it called? Victoria's Secret catalogue. I'm just on page 7, top left-hand corner. What's her name? Can I order that one, please? Page 15 down the bottom right.
I was always confused growing up because I always thought, what is Victoria's Secret? What is the secret?
Well, you get to hook up with Leo.
No,
it's not a secret anymore. You know that if you
is that her actual name, Tommy? Is that her actual name, or just the business? Is it Victoria's Secret? It's the actual full name.
Does Vic exist?
So it's in reference to Queen Victoria. And the secret was hidden underneath her clothes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hot, Tommy.
Yeah.
Is there an Aussie
just quickly on? Did you, Queen Elizabeth? Have you heard the latest story about how she wanted?
Victoria's Secret?
She wanted dye. No, she wanted dye. She didn't think that dye was suited for Prince Charles. She thought he was more. She was more suited to Prince Andrew. She tried to hook Andrew up with her.
Andrew?
Really?
Where
did you hear that? Where did you hear
it's in a book that's just been released on the Royals
called Spare.
And she loved being around the Royals so much. She used to go to their shooting parties, and apparently she was the only female in the whole place that would put her hand up and say, I'll have a bit of a hunt. I'll go on a hunt with you.
What, the Queen or Diana?
No, Diana.
Diana? I'll bring home a pheasant.
Yeah.
Keep the peasants back and I'll bring home a pheasant.
God, she dodged a bullet there, didn't she?
Well, not
eventually,
not
sorry.
Really.
No, but at the same time, you wouldn't want to have landed with Andrew. You've eaten some bad bait there. If we're continuing with the hunting theme.
That just is so intriguing. What is going on over there?
What do you mean?
I just feel like every article's written on Harry, who's done nothing. Right? And
come on.
And then you've got Andrew, who's
Andrew.
He's just to the side.
Well, I think it's so tricky that it's too extreme that they just can't. It's hard to find a way, a bit like now, to discuss it. Whereas Harry's like, Charles has got cancer, and then all of a sudden the whole story becomes about Harry's on the first plane to see him.
Yeah.
When is Epstein's list being revealed? Well, I thought that was a couple of weeks ago. Has that been pushed back?
There was 2 different lists that were revealed.
Wasn't it being drip-fed to us?
Yeah, because there was one list that came out which involved a lot of celebrities. Stephen Hawking, he got a mention, didn't he?
Yes.
He was there.
Oh.
Having a look with Epstein. I mean, who knows? I wasn't there. So it's crazy to jump to conclusions about who was there and what happened.
Well, the list hasn't been revealed yet, so we'll confirm that once it is.
No, I wasn't there.
I'd be very careful about that. But good story about Leonardo and the catalogue.
Beautifully told about the bras and things.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.